This time, the apology is the trap. The same words, the same mask, new damage. Not everyone who returns is meant to stay. They're offering comfort just to control you again. Don't confuse your loneliness for a sign. This connection smells like the last wound. You prayed for healing, not another cycle. They're counting on your softness. The one smiling is the one setting the bait. The devil doesn't knock. He mimics what you once loved. God is tugging you back. Don't ignore it. You've outgrown this loop disguised as love. Their love is loud, your spirit is quiet. Trust that. You are being baited by nostalgia. They come bearing closure, but bring chaos. Just because it feels familiar doesn't mean it's safe. You don't need to bleed to prove your worth. They are only sorry because you walked away. You can't save someone who enjoys your pain. God warned you through your unease. This isn't love. It's manipulation dressed in memory. They don't miss you. They miss your silence. You're not hard to love. They're just easy to deceive. If they truly changed, you wouldn't feel this afraid. That message wasn't love, it was bait. You're walking into a trap with eyes wide shut. If your peace flees, follow it. They've practiced this version of themselves before. This is not your divine partner. It's a karmic test. They're feeding you what your wounds crave. Some reunions are designed to destroy you. They study your softness like it's a weapon. That warm feeling? It's your weakness being used. This time, it will cost you more than tears. Love shouldn't make you anxious to breathe. They love what you give, not who you are. Their kindness is timed, not true. You're being watched, not adored. God already shut that door. Don't reopen it. Their lips say love. Their energy says repeat. You're not being paranoid, you're being protected. Their presence feels familiar because it's your past. You don't owe the past another chance. They want access, not intimacy. Not every "I miss you" is safe. They don't love you, they miss controlling you. The trap is disguised as reconciliation. You are not here to be rehearsed pain. This is not redemption, it's relapse. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. You're not walking back into love, you're walking into loss. This chapter wasn't meant to be reopened. They're offering peace, but carrying poison. The unease you feel is your divine warning. You're being lured by what once broke you. Even darkness can sound like romance. The moment you respond, you reopen the wound. They want your forgiveness, not your healing. Their love is a performance. Your pain is the stage. God didn't deliver you just to watch you return. They come softer, only to strike deeper. What they call love is still your burden. You cannot be whole where you were once shattered. They return for control, not closure. They don't want you. They want your obedience. You'll lose yourself the second you let them speak. You don't owe anyone another round of your breaking. They haven't changed. Only your absence made them desperate. They're rewriting the past to open your heart. Don't confuse intensity with intimacy. You can feel it. This isn't safe. Their apology is a strategy. You're being hunted by charm. This isn't a second chance. It's another setup. They'll say everything right until you're caught. What you're about to answer will cost you dearly. If they changed, they wouldn't need to convince you. They don't miss you. They miss their power over you. That message is not random. It's rehearsed. What they lost was control, not love. Don't let the memories rewrite the pain. They return when they sense your peace. They watched you heal. Now they want to ruin it. You are not their redemption story. They don't regret leaving. They regret losing access. This isn't love knocking. It's your wound echoing. Their new promises were printed in the same ink. You are not their toy to test timing. What they offer is attention, not affection. You're walking toward the same ending again. This is your final test. That urge to respond is not your intuition. It's your trauma. You are not hard to love. You're hard to deceive now. Don't confuse pursuit with purpose. You can't keep forgiving someone who enjoys your breaking. They are rebuilding the mask you tore off. You were saved for something pure. They want your energy, not your essence. They chased others while keeping your heart on a string. You are too healed to play the victim again. Love doesn't rush when it's real. They saw your light and chose their shadow. Their heart isn't breaking, it's scheming. They only cry when they're losing grip. Don't trust what begged to lose you. They're watching your peace and calling it unfinished. This is not divine reunion. This is seduction. You are not someone's karma playground. They dress up regret and call it growth. They don't want a future, they want your surrender. If their return causes chaos, it isn't divine. They envy your healing more than they love you. What feels urgent is often unholy. The truth is in your unease, not their eyes. They're using God to get close again. The silence was your protection, not punishment. Don't step into what you begged to be freed from. They treat love like strategy. You are the light they couldn't kill. Their promises are smoke. They vanish on touch. The bait always looks beautiful. You escaped hell. Don't turn back for comfort. They want closure, but only on their terms. Some lovers are distractions sent to delay destiny. Your absence starved their ego, not their heart. They miss being the reason you cried. They don't want peace. They want proximity. The more they speak, the less you remember the pain. You owe them nothing, not even a reply. Their return is timed with your glow. They never changed, they adapted. You are the prey they still remember. This is not romance, it's spiritual warfare. Their silence wasn't growth. It was plotting. They want to re-enter through your softness. Be careful what you name divine. Your freedom terrifies them. They said they missed you. God said, don't go back. What they crave is your surrender. Love doesn't return as a test. They always show up when peace arrives. If they truly cared, they wouldn't need strategy. Don't let your heart be baited by memory. They come bearing flowers, but look at their hands. Their love language is control. Every word you long to hear has been rehearsed. They never feared losing you. They feared being replaced. What you feel now is not love, it's a warning. You're not crazy. You're discerning. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more. They're not returning to love you. They're returning to finish you. You're confusing divine timing with emotional sabotage. Not every open door is heaven sent. They sensed you stopped needing them. That's why they're back. What you call fate, God calls danger. The moment you trust them, you'll feel it unravel. The enemy wears the face you once kissed. They didn't change. They just ran out of supply. You are holy. Don't hand your softness to a trap. The pain you buried is what they're coming to reactivate. They studied your healing just to undo it. If love walks in with anxiety, it's not love. They're counting on your forgiveness, not your boundaries. You escaped their grip. Don't let their voice pull you back. You are not lonely. You are being protected. If they had healed, they wouldn't need access. They'd have peace. Nostalgia is the disguise. Control is the motive. They didn't miss you. They missed your silence. That connection is not divine. It's recycled pain. You felt free, and that freedom scared them. They've renamed their control as love. Don't fall. Watch their eyes. The truth can't hide there. You are not returning to love. You are returning to loss. They come back when you're finally smiling again. God ended it. Stop resurrecting it. Some lovers return not to stay, but to destroy what you've rebuilt. You were not loved. You were studied. The love you remember was a weapon. If they loved you, they'd honor your distance. God removed them to restore you. Your softness isn't weakness. It's what they fear. This message is your lifeline. Read it again. You feel pulled because the wound is still open. They don't love you. They love your collapse. If it costs you your peace, it's too expensive. They hate how you glowed without them. You healed in silence. They return with chaos. You can forgive and still refuse the trap. Their smile is sharper than a knife. This is not a soulmate. This is a snare. Your discernment is divine. Trust it. The urge to reply is not love, it's trauma. They return to test your boundaries, not to honor them. If peace leaves when they enter, walk away. You're not overreacting. You're remembering. Their silence was your warning. They watched you rebuild, and now they're coming to ruin. They've changed their mask, not their motives. Don't confuse time apart with transformation. This isn't a sign. It's a cycle. God gave you dreams. They gave you delusion. They want your loyalty, not your wholeness. This is the final illusion before your breakthrough. Not all who return are meant to stay. They're not sorry. They're scared you've moved on. If it feels like bait, it is. You don't need their approval. You need your peace. Their words hug. Their energy harms. You are not here to re-suffer in prettier ways. Their pattern returns before their apology ends. They memorize your triggers. You don't owe them a second entrance to your heart. God is showing you the trap in slow motion. They don't want love. They want access. Don't negotiate with someone who shattered your soul. They mistook your silence for surrender. They're only kind because you're distant. The past is knocking, don't answer. Not every pull is from the divine. The one you're thinking about is not your future. They speak in softness, but move in shadows. Their love starved you. Now their return tempts you. They mastered timing. You mastered truth. If you let them back in, you'll lose yourself again. God is blocking what you're trying to revive. You're not being tested, you're being rescued. Don't fall in love with a lesson. They're only sweet when you're distant. Don't forget what you felt the last time you believed them. You deserve a love that feels like freedom, not recovery. They're not sent from heaven, they're a test from it. If they loved you, they wouldn't let you beg. This isn't fate. It's familiar pain in a prettier costume. They're not back for you. They're back for control. God isn't silent. He's warning you in whispers. They'll say, I miss you, just to see if they still own you. You were light in their dark. Now they want your spark again. You escaped. That's why they want you back. You are not love's experiment. If it feels dangerous, it is. They know the version of you who didn't know better. Your new peace threatens their old power. They don't see your soul. They see what they can take. The return is the trap. The door is disguised. Your heart is sacred. Guard it. They know your rhythm. That's how they snare you. You were whole before them. You'll be divine after. Don't forget the tears you wept in secret. The way they left was truth. The way they return is theater. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more. They are not returning with love. They're returning with leverage. The trap looks like comfort because you're tired. You almost healed, that's why they showed up. What you prayed for isn't inside this person. Your heart's softness is not an invitation for sabotage. The way they look at you feels holy, but it's haunting. They only want you when you're unavailable. Familiar does not mean faithful. Their timing is not divine, it's calculated. You are not a home for returning storms. Stop calling manipulation unresolved love. They left you starving and now offer crumbs. You're mistaking a test for a miracle. They studied your healing to mimic it. If they truly loved you, you wouldn't need to wonder. They regret losing control, not losing you. They know what words move you, but not what love is. God didn't remove them because of timing. He removed them because of truth. If it still hurts, it's not healed. The apology was rehearsed. You begged for love, and now you bleed where it touched. They're offering romance, but their soul hasn't changed. Your absence exposed their emptiness. You left a wound in them. They want revenge, not reunion. The way they smile at you now, it's bait. The trap is laced in nostalgia. That message isn't love. It's surveillance. You're not being paranoid. You're being protected. If you're losing sleep, that's not peace. The return isn't your miracle. It's your mercy test. They want to finish what heartbreak started. You are not their second chance. You're your own first choice. The missing you text was spiritual warfare. This isn't closure. This is sabotage disguised as romance. They missed your soul, not your struggle. The false light blinds before it burns. You can forgive them from a distance. The door is pretty, but the room is prison. They'll kiss you like poetry and leave you like war. You owe them nothing, not even a reply. This is your exodus moment. Don't look back. You are the storm they couldn't control. If you walk back, your peace will flee. They only love you when you're weak. Their words soothe, but their presence poisons. You are not responsible for redeeming their damage. Don't let your empathy become your enemy. They didn't change, they just changed their tactic. This isn't a divine return. It's a soul trap. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more.